Hey folks, it's me, Christiana Gaudet. Today is Friday. It's February 7th, 2020. In just a few minutes, we'll be doing your Friday weekly wrap-up. But let me start with a few announcements. And if you happen to be watching in archive, I thank you so much for being here. And obviously, if you're watching in person, we will do some weekly wrap-up readings. That has become our Friday tradition. So I want to thank everyone who came to our murder mystery night last night. What a hoot we had. It was so much fun. And hey, Lori, nice to see you. Glad you're here. And I want to remind everyone who is local, Karen, glad you're here. I want to remind everyone who is local that we're doing our monthly tarot meetup at Panera in Palm City this Sunday, 4 o'clock. I also want to let people know I have some rare openings this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So if you were interested in doing a reading by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, or here in person in my Palm City office, we could get you in even this weekend. Hey, Marion, nice to see you. So every Friday, we get together and we talk about how the week was. We do a weekly wrap-up. And the tarot exercise here is, in a way, just about reading about the past and what the value of that is. And certainly a lot of us do sort of this past, present, future kind of a reading. And in that, of course, there's always a card about the past. And I wonder sometimes how helpful that really is. However, I think that if you do a reading looking to an immediate past to show you what you learned, what was helpful, what was good, what was bad, how you processed it, I think that works out very well. And so let's get started with that and let's take a look. I'm going to do, hey Julie, nice to see you. I'm going to do a weekly wrap-up reading, first of all, just for myself. And today I am working with one of my favorite decks, Crystal Visions Tarot. Do you have this deck? Do you like this deck? I really like this deck. And we'll see what shows up. And then if anyone else would like to ask for hey, Neil, Deirdre, nice to see you here. If anyone else would like to ask for a weekly wrap-up reading, as time allows, I will do that for you. So let's take a look and see what we've got going on here. So my week, how do we wrap up my week? Oh, golly gosh, the Tower. So what was Tower like about this week? So, this is a very interesting exercise because if you're reading about the future and you get a card like the Tower, you're like, oh God, what's going to happen, right? Oh my gosh. However, if you're reading about the past, you can say, okay, what was Tower like here? And that helps you to see how that card speaks to you. So this has been a week of revelations for me. Nothing horrible happened this week, thank goodness. But I have been breaking down a lot of false constructs in my life, in my belief system. And it's actually been very helpful. There are times that the lightning that strikes down the Tower is enlightening. And this can really be a card of healing. How many of you who are readers see this card, even though it's difficult, even though it can be devastating? How many of you see this as a card of healing? I think it can be. And for me this week, it really was. So we've got a few people asking for wrap up. We will absolutely get to you. Joanne, I have that deck, took your class with it years ago. I think you're thinking about a different deck because I have not done a deck class on Crystal Visions. You might be thinking about Spiral, maybe? And let's see. Here we go. Here we go. And Joanne, in answer to my question about the tower, says, I do. I see it as a chance to renew, rebuild, start over. I agree about the tower. Okay, very good. And Sally, is your I do seeing the tower as healing? Or are you saying I do want a weekly wrap up? Or both? We could have it be both if you like. Okay, so here we're going to start with Neil. Here, and Joanne says, yes, I've had so many classes, probably spiral. Anyway, I do have crystal visions and I like it. I do too, and it would be fun to teach a class on, wouldn't it? Okay, let's see. Let's start with Neil. I'm going to go through and try to get you in order. How was your week? What did you learn? What happened? Let's see. And Marion says, I see the tower as necessary, like a thunderstorm to clear the air. Indeed, indeed. Okay, so Neil, how was Neil's week? 5 of Wands reversed. Man, Neil, you have had a rough run. And you're always like just a little step ahead of disaster. But it feels that way. It feels like you're running and stuff is just trying to catch up with you. And this week has been that way too. But again, you end the week ahead of the game. And I promise you, you will continue to. So I know it's not easy. And I know, Neil, that one of these days, I'm going to look at your cards and I'm going to be like, Neil, it's awesome. Things are going great. We're not there yet. But it's okay because you are still ahead and on top. You may not feel that way, but you are. Karen, really rough week. Would love a wrap up. So grateful for what you do. Okay. Okay. Sorry you had a rough week, Karen. Let's see what we see. Yeah, lovers reversed. So I don't know if that has to do actually with relationship issues in your life, either romantic relationships or coworker relationships or family relationships, friend relationships, but there could be some communication issues or relationship issues having gone on over this past week. This can also, though, in the past week, speak to self-doubt, speak to not knowing what to choose or not being happy with the choices in your life, or feeling like things just weren't fitting together. There is a remedy, though, going forward. It would be to increase communication with others and with yourself. What do I mean by communication with yourself? I mean really spending some time sitting with yourself and figuring out, what do you want? What works for you? What do you need to do? And that goes into decision making as well. To really look, Karen, at your life, at where you have agency, and make decisions that serve you. Okay, Marion, here's your wrap up. Let's see what we got going on for you. Marion, 6 of Wands reversed. My dear, have you been spending this week feeling like you are not good or not capable or not well or not worthy? Have you been doing that? Geez Louise, my friend, you need to recognize what a winner you are, what a capable person you are. It looks like you're really feeling weighed down by the world. And, that's not an easy thing. So take it easy, be kind to yourself, and you'll find your own strength and you'll find yourself rebuilding. Okay, my friend Deirdre. Okay. Deirdre, the magician. So this week, you may have recognized that you actually have some tools, skills, and abilities and can find ways forward, can initiate new motion to make change in your life. I think you're the first person here that shows up with like this really positive card for the week. And whether or not you felt like you had a good week, I think you got some good stuff figured out. And that's great. Okay. Karen, about her reading, yikes, so very on point. I'm on the fence with my career and staying with the safe option when my heart isn't into it. So yeah, you need to spend some time, really thinking about how that works for you. Joanne, speaking about my tower, says the tower fits what's happened overall this week. And I have to tell you, I didn't want to mention that. But, it's hard not to be affected by the world's events. And when I saw the tower, I was thinking in a lot of ways not about my personal life so much, but about some of the things happening on the planet and how difficult that is. So thanks for pointing that out, Joanne. Marion says, wow, yes, I've been in that headspace this week. However, I can feel it lifting. Thank you. Yes, please, Marion. Recognize your strength and your ability. Okay. Martha, your weekly wrap up. Let's see what we got going on for you. The 10 of Cups. Martha, might you have been spending some time this week enjoying the people you care about, thinking about the people you care about, recognizing the power of love in your life, and being open to the ways that love can manifest in your life? Might that have in any way had some play in your life this week? In whatever way that has been, in small ways or big ways, that's an energy you really want to work with going forward. An energy of gratitude and love. Okay, Vijayeta, and I know I'm not getting your name quite right. I have a friend who is Indian who gave it to me, who told me exactly the right way to say it. And I know I'm not getting it quite right, and I apologize. Okay, here's your wrap up. 6 of Swords reversed, my friend. It may be that you have been feeling a little stuck this week and not quite sure how to move forward. That is an uncomfortable situation to be in. But the answer that card provides us is to remember logical thinking. Look at the things that have you stuck. Look at the way you think about them and recognize that there may be ways that you are not thinking logically in this way. Bring logic into it and you'll get yourself unstuck. Okay. Julie wants one, but lunchtime's almost over, so I'm not sure if we're going to get to Julie in time, but here we go. Another 6 of Wands reversed. I'm going to say the same thing I said to Marion. You may not be feeling your own strength and your own power this week. You may be feeling a little weighed down by the world, not believing in yourself as much as you should. And so maybe this has been a tough week for you. It is time to try to turn that around. Okay. Anna, let's speak to you. What is a weekly wrap up for Anna? The Star reversed. There were some good things going on this week. Maybe not perfect, Anna, but some good things. And the key is to be hopeful, to be grateful for what is as you go forward. As you look at this past week, don't think about the things that went wrong. Think about the things that went right. Okay, yes, I've been on a break from work and still not been able to get back on it. Yeah, I thought so maybe. Okay. And Deirdre's going to give Julie the message. That's perfect. Okay, so we have 2 Annas here. The Anna I just spoke with was Anna Lima. And here we have, sorry, we're scrolling through, you guys. Okay, you know what? I missed a couple of you coming back. Okay, the other Anna is Anna Ohm. I will get to you. Let me now get to Andy. Andy, how are you? Glad you're here. Andy. Hey, Puck, nice to see you. Andy, The King of Cups. You are the freaking king, dude. And if you guys don't know Andy, he's a rune guy. You know, we're all here. Anna I will get to you. Yes. We are all here. We talk about tarot. We do tarot. Andy does tarot too. But he also does runes. He teaches runes classes. He does rune readings. And it's really hard to find really good rune people. And he is one. So Andy, if you wanted to drop your website in the links, I mean, in the comments, drop a link to your website, go ahead and do that. Let's have people see how you are indeed the King of Cups. So, the point of all of that, looking at your wrap up, is this past week, it was important for you to see your own loving heart, to see yourself as the king. And I think sometimes it's hard for you to do that. It's hard for you to see your position of leadership and hard for you to step into your position of leadership. But I think you've learned some lessons this week to help you do that. Okay, very good. Hey, Barbara, nice to see you here. Deirdre said, thank you. Yes, week didn't feel great, but I feel like I figured out some stuff and accomplished a few good things. Hey, Barbara O'Brien, your weekly wrap up. Oh, Marion's looking for a good rune resource. So get together with Andy and talk to Andy. Okay. Okay, Barbara, a weekly wrap up. The King of Swords reversed. Where have you not been expressing your truth or stepping into your truth, Barbara? Where have you not been feeling your own intelligence, your own strength, your own ability? I feel like maybe in a way this has been a tough week, maybe in you not being sure of your direction, not being sure of your knowledge, not being sure of what you want. So, time to remedy that. Okay. Okay. Kathy, so you're feeling, Kathy's feeling these cards for her, and that can happen, right? You know, if you hear someone else's reading, if those cards resonate for you, that's a thing for you too. Absolutely. Okay, Anna here we go for you. Seven of Swords reversed. I think this has been a week where you've discovered a truth or spoken a truth or figured out something that was true for you. Whatever that is, take that and go forward with it. Okay, Kathy, here is your... Anna, I just did you. I think you might have, I think we might have a little delay here, is what that was. Anyway, I hope that was helpful to you. Okay. Hey, Julie, nice to see you here. Hope we see you on Sunday. Okay, Kathy, here's your weekly wrap up. Page of Cups reversed. Kathy, have you been going through a hard week? Have you been sad? Have you not wanted to acknowledge what's going on in your heart to yourself or to others? It's really, really important, Kathy, that you sort of know your heart, find your heart, express your heart to yourself and to those around you who can hear it or understand it. Super, super important. You are such a kind person. You're such a generous person. You're such a loving person. But I feel like you're walling yourself off from your own heart. Maybe this was a tough week. You had said something earlier about feeling maybe a little stuck. And I think it's all about whatever writing you do, whatever it is you do, it's got to come from your heart and you have to open up to that heart. Okay, I skipped you, Joanne. Man, I'm so looking at all the intelligent comments you made. I forgot to give you an intelligent comment. So here we are for Joanne Matthew, who, by the way, is the awesome seamstress who made the chakra banner hanging right behind me, just saying. So, Joanne, the Three of Swords reversed. Maybe there was a moment this week where you recognized that not everything sucks. It's been hard. It's been a hard week in a lot of ways for you and for a lot of people. But maybe there were some moments when you felt a little bit of healing, when you felt a little bit of openness to joy. Even if that comes in small moments, that's so important to have. Okay, hey Heather, nice to see you. Barbara says, yes, this is showing up for me at work and with family situations. Excellent. Okay, and Julie didn't ask, but we love Julie, so we're going to give her one too. And that, I think, is me having gotten through the list, so excellent. If there's anyone that I skipped, speak now or forever hold your peace. Or hold your peace until next Friday anyway. Julie, let's take a look at Julie and see what we got. How was Julie's week? Two of Swords reversed. Did I make the right decision? Am I doing the right thing? Is it all going to be okay? I have some understanding of why you may be feeling that kind of way. It definitely feels unsettled, Julie. It definitely feels not at peace. And I think it's normal given some of the transitions you're going through. So it's been an interesting week. However, I have to say, I think you're fine. All right, you guys. Sally! Thank you, Sally. God, I would hate to miss Sally. Did you have fun last night? I had so much fun last night. I thought that was cool. So at the murder mystery party, it turned out that I was the chief of police and I was involved in covering up a murder. My hands were dirty. How terrible is that? Anyway, Sally was the attorney of the accused who was innocent. It was fun. All right, Sally. The Eight of Cups. Sally, I think this is really good. I think you have been spending some time this past week figuring out what you're responsible for, what you're not responsible for. Trying to let go of some emotions and way of thinking about things that don't serve you anymore. It looks like you are really, Sally, stepping up to your own healing. Sally says about last night, she loved the event and I was shady. I was freaking shady, man. Jeez. Oh well. It was fun. Okay, so anyway, for you, Sally, so much healing, so much letting go of things that don't serve you and focusing on what does. So there we go. So I want to remind you guys, I have some rare openings this weekend, believe it or not. Usually my weekends are like so booked. This weekend I have some openings. Saturday, Sunday, if you would like to work with me by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, or here in my Palm City office, just reach out. For those of you who are local, I want to remind you about our tarot meetup, Cards and Conversation. That would be at Panera right here in Palm City, right near Publix. And that's at 4:00 on Sunday afternoon. And I'd love to see you there. Of course, that is free. I also want to remind you that on the 19th, we have a tarot class here. We're going to look at how to read on relationships and personalities. You know, it's a Valentine's Day theme, right? So, I want to thank you all so much. Puck, hey, Puck's here. Did you want to wrap up? We should do a wrap up for Puck. And he says his rune reading friends recommend Diana Paxton taking up the runes. Julie says she'll be there on Sunday. Puck, you didn't ask for it, but hey, you're my friend. Oh, and speaking of friends, before I do Pucks, let me say this. You guys, StarCon. If you haven't heard, we're having a conference here in South Florida. On January 22nd through 24th, 2021, we will be having a tarot conference, the likes of which we have never seen before, in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Not only will we be working with tarot, we've got Kipper, we've got Lenormand, we've got all kinds of divination. This is going to be a sacred, holy, fun, such a great weekend. And so, man, be there or be square, my friends. Make your plans. Registration is not yet open. The website, however, is live. You can see a few of our presenters. It's bare bones right now, but you can see it and get a sense of what we're doing. And that's at staarcon.com. S-T-A-A-R, two A's, S-T-A-A-R-C-O-N. Suzanne, you just got in at the end. I'll do Puck, I'll do Suzanne, yes. And also here on Facebook, we have started a StaarCon group. So please do ask to join. Again, StaarCon spelled with two A's. Okay, Puck, your weekly wrap-up. The Nine of Wands reversed. You may need some healing from this week, Puck. This may have been a difficult week in some ways. You powered through. You did well. You did fine. You did fine. But try to rest, try to take some time, try to heal. And remember, Puck, your friends are there to help you. You can ask for help. Suzanne says, I've never been to Florida, but might for this. Dude, yes, you should so come for this. It's going to be great. It's Florida in January, for gosh sakes. It's a beautiful location, beautiful hotel, and easy to get to from the airport. And we're going to have a great group of presenters, and we're doing a lot of the wonderful things that we expect to do at tarot conferences, but we're also adding some new things that have not been seen before. And I think it's going to be fun, and I think you should be there. And Suzanne, here is your weekly wrap-up. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Did you have a hard week financially, Suzanne, or a hard week at work, or a hard week not feeling well physically? It feels like there was something going on where things were slow or sluggish or not going the way you wanted them to. Try to shake off that energy. You got through it. You did a good job. Let's ask the energy to move forward for next week. Hey, Jeannie, nice to see you. Glad you're here. And we'll do a weekly wrap-up for you, and then that will probably be it for me. And because I got to go write a blog post. You know what? You know the blog post I'm writing this week? You guys are going to love this. And so you have to make sure you check out my blog once it gets up. I am working on a blog about how we handle the topic of cheating at the tarot table. You know you're going to love that. Okay, Jeannie. Seven of Cups reversed. You know, I think this has been a week of clarity for you. I think you are coming to a place of understanding your mission, understanding who you are, understanding where you need to go and what you need to do. So, Jeannie, I'm talking to you, Jeannie. I think you got some clarity this week, and I think you need to move forward with it. Okay, you guys, and Suzanne says, yes, it has been sluggish all around. Yeah, well, you got through it. That's the important piece. Okay, you guys, I will look forward to seeing you. And remember, I do have some openings this weekend. If you want to get in at the last minute, that's a hard thing to do sometimes. This week, we could probably manage it. So just reach out. You can PM me here. You can give me a call or a text, 561-655-1160. Shoot me an email. Let's get together. Thanks so much.